Hi, friends! It's important to note the views, opinions, and positions expressed in this podcast called Mood Food are in no way the views, opinions, and positions of the Department of the Air Force, Department of Defense, or the United States government, including the resources listed today.
Hi everyone, I'm your host for Mood Food, Jason Gordon. Thanks to each and every one of you that have subscribed to us, you like us, you're following us on all of the podcast platforms out there. We have our YouTube channel, our Instagram, and our Facebook page. Thank you for letting us hear from you on all of the platforms out there. If you have any show ideas, please hit us up at moodfoodpodcast@gmail.com. Today's episode is going to be talking about supporting employees or adults during traumatic events or experiences. We're going to break it down into 3 different sections. And the first section is you're going to assess the situation. The second one is understanding how people may react. And then we will close out by how you can help those that are in need that may have been subjected to something traumatic, and be very supportive in that leadership role if you are a leader. So traumatic events that impact the workplace may include a death in the workplace, a death of a colleague, either due to some adverse circumstances where they took their own life or through adverse circumstances that natural causes. But anyway, it is a loss and it's going to be felt within your unit or your work section. Man-made disasters, accidents, and other incidents that create stress and anxiety among employees, those are traumatic events that can really get people to react. Leaders who understand the wide scope and wide range of impact of trauma can effectively guide their employees through the aftermath and traumatic events when they are experienced. So let's break it down. First thing, assess the situation. The leaders first are tasked with obtaining as much information about what has happened as possible. If there are immediate safety concerns, employees should be made aware of it and assisted to moving to a safe location where basic needs can be assessed and also met given the resources available. Misinformation and rumors are common in the wake of a traumatic event. You'll see that sometimes they can get very chaotic, people running around in circles yelling, "What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?" But you want to make sure that you keep it as calm as possible, verify information given to employees, and provide updates as often as possible. Reunite them with family members as well if they work in the same section. Designate someone of the leadership team or in human resources to make those contacts, those personal contacts with employees and their families to reassure them that they are okay and that there's some needs that could be met by having that support come to them. Help strengthen numbers, and you can always get help and understand the dynamics of families if you can get them involved in being part of that resource. Now we're going to understand and try to look at how people react to traumatic events. Now, everyone comes from a different background. Everyone was raised differently, so you're going to react to things differently. People process traumatic experiences in different ways, depending on the severity of the trauma, their ability to cope with stress, and to help and support and receive help from family and friends and others in the aftermath. So normal reactions to a traumatic event are going to look like shock, confusion, disorientation. They may be denial, denying that they even have experienced that or witnessed that. Intense emotional reactions such as fear and anxiety, flashbacks, or reliving the event over and over again, feeling jumpy and being easily startled, being sad and depressed, feeling guilt, shame, despair, anger about the situation. Anger and irritability go hand in hand, so look out for that. Emotional numbness and feelings of detachment from others. If you notice someone kind of shifting off to be by themselves, you may want to check in with them to make sure they're okay. A sense of helplessness and vulnerability, problems focusing, physical reactions such as that racing heartbeat, sweating, body aches, pain, dizzy spells, appetite changes, fatigue, or insomnia. Some people might recover quickly Some people, it may take a year or two to recover. It depends on the situation and how they were tied to that traumatic situation from the stress reactions, while others, have those delayed reactions. Some people will start reacting to it right then and there, and it might be spread out. Some will have that delayed reaction. It is important for leaders to stay plugged in with your folks. Acknowledge that they too also can suffer from being affected from experiencing traumatic events that have happened in their work environment, and may also need emotional support to assist their employees. Now, let's break it down about how you can help. This is the most important right here. You can recognize the signs and symptoms, but it's also very helpful to know what you're doing and what you can offer as a leader. So it may take some time for workplace productivity to return to normal level, especially with COVID-19. It really has for us, but we're knocking it out of the park. I'm very proud of Department of Defense and what we've done as a shift to still provide services to our beneficiaries as well as our active duty staff. We are really, really doing a great job of making sure that we don't have any gaps in services. We've modified services, but we have no gaps, and we're thankful for that. Everyone pulled together really nicely, and we're just knocking it out of the park. I'm going to rag on us a little bit. Ways to support employees during recovery period include the following. This is very important as a leader, whether you are in the military or you are a CEO or you are a supervisor or you are an employee that really likes to get involved and help each other out to keep that morale going. You want to allow your employees flexibility with schedules and time off as needed. They have to get their side of the street clean, their personal affairs in order because they were affected by the same thing you were affected, and their family might be bigger than yours. So you may want to be flexible on that. They may have health concerns. They may need to go to doctor's appointments. You want to be flexible on that and recognize that people may have difficulty concentrating in the work environment, being distracted, and may need more time than usual to complete those assigned tasks. Also, provide resources such as educational materials and handouts on topics such as coping with trauma and loss and support groups. Post information about your employee assistance program and remind employees if there are counseling benefits available at your location or within your company. Keep the lines of communication open and inform employees of relevant news and regarding that was happened regarding the traumatic event, and provide opportunities for employees to discuss their feelings and experiences with their coworkers. That's very important. It will let everyone know they're not alone. They may be dealing with it differently, but they are not alone. Be present and visible. Don't hide behind an office door. Just be out there checking on people. You've got work to do too, but also show some face. Let them know that you care. Let them know that you're going to help them get through this difficult time. Stress the importance of need for employees to take good care of themselves during this stressful period. Do that. It will bring everyone together and let them know that you care and that you're encouraging them and you want the situation, you want them to get better. Leaders should check in with employees who may be participating in activities outside of the work environment just to make sure that they're getting the help that they need, to make sure that they are addressing their vulnerability and making sure that they are involved in things that are credible and things that are helpful in nature. You want to make sure that leaders should be aware of sensitive and cultural differences and how people may grieve and go through these stages. You want to make sure that you respect that. And also, you want to know they're going to respond to these incidents a lot differently than a lot of the other cultures would. So just be mindful of that. Educate yourself on that. And a company response to a crisis, such as memorials or vigils or community events, may also help employees process their emotions and provide closure on the events that have taken place. There's a great application out there as well. It's free, and it's called Psychological First Aid. It's a free app. It has all amazing steps in there to help and address a situation that could happen in your work environment or within your home environment. It will help kind of hopefully bring some calmness to the situation and some order to the chaos. So when we come back, I'll read you a quote, but right now we're going to cut to Othel, and he's going to read us a review for today's show. So Othel, take it away, sir.
Today, I'm going to be reading a review posted by STMIBR, and it states, Mood Food fandom, uplifting, motivational, passionate. I enjoy listening each week. Thank you for your drive to help others. We want to thank STMIBR for the great review. If you would like your review read on an episode of Mood Food, please email your comments to moodfoodpodcast@gmail.com or leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Thank you for tuning in.
And thank you, Ethel, for reading today's review. And today's quote is going to be coming from this beautiful book here, this amazing book called Touchstones. It's a really good book, and it lays everything out by date, but sometimes I skip around because I like to apply it to the situation. So with today, I want to make sure that people are feeling supported. And so this quote right here will hopefully be helpful to you. And here it is. The turning point in the process of growing up is when you discover the core of strength within you that survives all hurt. That is by Max Lerner. Thank you, everyone, for taking time to tune in to today's episode. Tune in next week. We'll have some more great episodes coming up your way. Let us hear from you. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and also our YouTube channel. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great rest of your week. I'm super proud of you. And until the next episode of Mood Food Podcast, I am your host, Jason Gordon, signing off. Have a great day, everyone.